How you view yourself is how the world will view you, and that's why I love this book so much, because it was written by a plastic surgeon who discovered that the biggest change in his patient's life wasn't the physical altercations he made, but it was the mental altercations that came from the person feeling like they were more attractive, feeling like they were more worthy, and how this really skyrocketed a lot of what they were doing in their careers, what they were doing in their life, and the overall improvement. So he wrote this book as almost a swan song to that journey. And I want to bring a concept from this book. And if you haven't already read this book, I really, really urge you to pick this book up, because it is a classic. It is tremendous. And the concept I'm about to go over is Chapter 11, How to Unlock Your Real Personality. And this is something that I really picked because, I don't know, it's something that we all feel. Like, we all feel like we're held back by society. We all feel like there's traits inside of us that we don't express, that we don't really show. And like, think of when you were in first grade or second grade, and you were just daydreaming, and then your teacher told you to like focus. You need to do this, you need to do that, and you just gave up on all those ideas, all of those things. And it's the same thing with life in general. Like, we all have things deep inside of us that we refuse to let out because we're afraid of what others will say about us. We're afraid more about things that are in our own head than the external consequences. And the overall point of this chapter is like, you need to just ditch all these preconceived notions, because overall everything always seems worse in your own mind than it is in reality. And we fear so much what other people will say about us, but we don't understand that when we sacrifice our personalities, people can pick up on that, and they don't like you even more than if you just expressed that belief that wasn't popular. If you just did that thing that people might think you're weird for doing. And it's like, when we start thinking like this, we can start to shift our realities, and we can really start to shift how we're going to be perceived by others. Because let's face it, we live in a day and age where nobody's authentic, and you can sense that. And when you're around somebody that's authentic, there's always that air of like, you know what, I might not like this guy, but at least he says what he's believing. At least he says what he really means, and at least he's not being passive aggressive or this or that. And it's like, we need to start thinking of what we can do to bring out our true selves, what we can do to bring out that true value system, the true morals, the true beliefs that you have. And it's frustrating that we don't evaluate ourselves in this perspective, because there's so many people out here living someone else's dream. Think about it. Did you go to college for what you really wanted, or did you want to go chase a dream? Did you want to go chase a passion? Like, right now I'm in law school. I'm not interested in law, like practicing law. Like, I love reading law, but I'm not really interested in becoming a lawyer. What I really want to do is learn the tax code, learn the real estate code, learn the estate planning, and all the other things that I can do to really minimize my tax burden. But that's really all I want to do. I don't want to do it for other people. I want to do it for myself. And it's like, I'm chasing someone else's dream right now. I'm chasing my dad's dream. I'm chasing my mom's dream. I'm chasing what society told me to do. And it's only because of the fear that I had that I'm going to be considered an outcast, that I'm going to be considered this, that I'm going to be considered that. And it's only realizing these things that I've been able to start taking a few steps on my own, making my own decisions, really, really pushing my own path in the direction I want to go, and starting this channel and starting all the other things that I'm doing. And it's like, why don't we evaluate ourselves in this sense? Why don't we start looking at ourselves for what we really want to do and start doing those things? Because there's going to be a day and age where it's going to be too late. You're going to have a mortgage, you're going to have cars, you're going to have kids, you're going to have everything, and you're going to be like, you know what? I wish I chased that dream way, way, way back, but now you're stuck. And now you're looking at your life on your deathbed, and you're like, I can't go back. I can't make that decision. And it's like, we torture ourselves in our own mind for what other people will believe, but like, we don't realize that, one, do you really know what the people are going to say about you? Or is that just a preconceived notion in your own head? Are these limiting beliefs, or all of these unconscious things, like, are they really truthful? Or are they just tricking you and convincing you not to go after whatever you're trying to go after? And for me, I think it's just a trick. I think it's a fallacy. And I think if we really had people in our lives that really meant a lot to us, and really, really, really enjoyed our company, and really wanted to see the authentic self, they would appreciate you being yourself. They would appreciate you going after the things that you really want to. And if somebody doesn't like you, let's face it, even Jesus had haters. Even Jesus Christ was crucified. So if you're not Jesus Christ, like, how dare you say, like, I just want everyone to like me. I I don't want to have any haters. I don't want anybody to dislike me. Like, people are going to dislike you no matter what. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for somebody who I'm not. And that authenticity means so much in a day of inauthenticity. In a day and age where you can be so fake, where you could just say, I have a supercar, even though it's rented, post it online, and you get millions of followers. Like, in a day and age where you can do that, I'd rather be authentic. I'd rather be my own person. I'd rather know who I am as an individual rather than what some person I don't even respect views me. And it's like, if we start thinking like this, we can start mastering our own self-perception. We can start understanding who we really are, what we really want to do, and what is really important to us. Because that's what it comes down to. Most of us don't live for what's important to us. Like, for me, money's not important. I don't really care about money. I just want freedom. I want to be able to do what I want with my time when I can. And it's not like, I don't need 20 houses all over the world. I just need a place to live, decent car, decent income so that I can do the things I want to do, have the time to read my books, have the time to spend time with the people I love, and I'm good with that. I don't need to be a billionaire. I don't need to be this, I don't need to be that, but everyone's told that we need to have this hustle mindset. We need to have this, we need to have that, and it gets us away from our own goals. It gets us away from who we really are. When you get away from who you really are, you can never be happy. You can never be successful. You sacrificed everything to get something that you didn't even want. And that's how most people are living life, and that's why most people aren't happy. Again, I love this book. It has tremendous insight, it has tremendous wisdom, and if what I said inspired you in any way, I promise you this book is going to inspire you even more. I'll leave a link to this book in the description. On top of that, I have a Discord. Go ahead, join that if you're interested. I share some of the stuff I'm reading. I share some other ideas. You didn't hear that voice crack. I'm going to end it because I did that. You're not laughing at me, are you? She shook her head, yes. I can't believe it. But yeah, thank you so much for making this far. I will catch you next one.